Today I'm back in the studio and I'm going to be talking about headphones that I use for mixing, monitoring, and everyday use. And I'm Kelvin J. Roberts. In a previous video, I talked about microphones that I use for recording vocals. And I mentioned I've been doing audio for 2 decades, about 20 years. This means that I have mixed all sorts of things. I have recorded a lot, I have mixed things, I have designed sounds. And one thing that you should know that others may tell you, you could go to people who are showing you how to do video for YouTube or a video for this and that. And what they would tell you is to get good headphones to mix. What I say is you should not be mixing with headphones, but I still do from time to time. It is best to get studio monitors, actual speakers, to mix because you're going to get the ambiance of the room and how most people will listen. And maybe you think most people are going to listen on headphones. That is true. But when you have the other ones who aren't listening in that capacity, then the sound is going to vary. You want to get good, clean audio, and headphones aren't necessarily the way to go. But I still do it from time to time because I live with the motto of sometimes good enough is better than perfect. And it's good for what I'm doing. I'm not trying to create a blockbuster hit or win a Grammy today, tomorrow, next week, next month. If you are mixing with headphones, that's fine. Just continue doing what you're doing. But if you can, level up and get some speakers. The first headphones I'll talk about are these. They are KNS 6400 by KRK. Now, the first thing you may notice is, or that I noticed, they're kind of flimsy. Seems like cheap plastic. I bought them for like $99 and they still sell for that price. What I like about them though, are I can take each side and do this sort of thing. So you can get them out your way. And I can turn them this way. I like to lay them down, and I think they came with a case to go in or something. Maybe those are my other headphones, but they fold up, fold away, stick them in a bag and go. These seem to be closed back or closed, but they seem semi-open, but they fit really snug. I really like how they fit. And I use these every day when I'm, in my lab and I'm just listening to music. But when I'm monitoring while recording, these are good to use because you're not going to get a whole lot of bleed unless you just turn them up really loud. And this card here, audio cable, you can take off. That's awesome. And there's a little notch here or in the inside where you can turn it and stay secure so it won't come out unintended. These are KNS 6400 by KRK, $99, not bad. We got a little cushions here, little ear cushion here. They're the synthetic type of material where, you could wipe them off real easy, sort of like plastic, and it's good. The next headphones I'll talk about are these, Beyerdynamic DT880. And you can see they're kind of tore up because I had them 10 years. That's right, 10 years. Really good headphones. I really like these, and that's why I continue to have these. And one thing is, these ear pads or ear cushions, they got really dirty. They were like dark brown, I guess, from sweat and just use and sitting them down. And I was able to buy new cushions. So this is why the cushions look like new. And it's like velour, and that's why I get really dirty and gritty or something, velour headphones, but they're really nice. So all I did was I bought these cushions, replaced them. Now, these are closed, meaning it's not taking in a lot of sound from the outside. So outside the headphones, once you put them on, all you're going to hear is basically the sound of the headphones. And I really like them when I'm mixing because for like the deep ends or the low ends, it sounds really good. So it likes a lot more than the KRKs that you saw. And the highs are really good too. So if you're working on your low ends for an application that's going to be outside of people who are listening to your stuff in headphones, these will help with that. Because if you take some that doesn't have really good low ends, when you try to listen on, say, maybe your TV or just on your laptop, the low ends may not be enough and the listener is going to be missing those low ends that you intended for them to hear. So these are nice, sturdy, 10 years old. I use them every single day, every day. Every time I'm doing something with audio, these are my go-to headphones. So they fit really nice, get out of the way of my hair. And I like this nice long cord. I don't know if it's 6 feet. No, maybe longer than that. 9 feet, 12 feet. I don't know. It'll be in the description. But these are really good headphones I use all the time. And just like I love that Shure microphone, that's how I feel about these headphones. Sound good and everything. And I recommend them to everyone. And these cost about $200 when I bought them. And they're probably still around that price. 10 years ago, it was $200. And I think I got a really good deal because they've been holding strong for 10 years and still sound really good. So what did I do? I bought 2. Well, kinda. These are DT880 Pros, semi-open. Now, you can tell these are pretty new. I bought them around the time that I replaced my cushions, and these sound really good. The low ends aren't the same, maybe because it's closed as the 770s, but these sound really good too. So what I do a lot of times is I mix and I listen, monitor with the 770s, and then I take these as my backup to make sure how will it sound if the lows aren't as deep as any other headphones I'm listening to, because everyone's not using headphones with great bass. So I have to listen to see maybe what it sounds like, and that comes with mastering that you may get into eventually in your career. But these headphones sound really good, and the reason that I use the semi-open ones are because I get to hear all the hum, the noise of the room. I get to hear the birds chirping and everything somewhat, and then I have sort of an idea of how this is going to sound when someone else is listening to the stuff that I'm producing audio-wise. One thing I do not like about the 880s, or that I got, was this coiled cable. It gets in the way, and it's pretty long, but I like my cable to not wrap around things that get hung on the end of tables and into other cords and stuff like that. So this is a no-go. Maybe I'll find a way to replace it, or next time when I buy the 3rd pair, I'll get a regular cable. So there you have it. Those are the headphones that I use all the time. I also use some KRK Rocket monitors, and I haven't been using those lately. I've been sticking mostly to headphones, which is why I say go ahead and use your headphones, because I typically do the same thing. But if I am really trying to get something that I want to be a blockbuster hit, I will use monitor speakers, studio monitors. And one thing I didn't mention in the microphone video are these. These are acoustic panels that I actually made, and I may be talking about that in the future. Let me know in the comments if you are interested in these acoustic panels that I created, and how I created them, why I created them, and how they work. Also, let me know what headphones you use. If you mix with headphones, if you mix with speakers, just let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, share, all of that. It's Kelvin Roberts.